says monitor and output. That should do it.
Okay.
I'm almost
I'm
positive.
hearing things again.
I know I unmuted myself.
Okay, so that you could hear yourself.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
let's
I think
see.
that did it. Open up the live stream on your phone.
Trying. Yeah. So,
I don't know where my phone is, but
Bantha Milk podcast.
hey, if you're out there and you can hear us, you should say that.
May the 4th.
That's the day that is today. Hey, that sounds like us.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, it's working. Oh my gosh, we did it,
We
Rob.
did it.
High five.
High five. Air high
We
five.
did the thing. I'm so proud of us.
We
You
did
know,
the thing.
my mother always told me that I was going to amount to something, and until today,
You never
I thought
thought
she
you
was.
would.
I
And
thought she
now,
was wrong. But
and
now
now
here
you
we are.
know.
Here we are. Look at us.
Now you know.
Look
You
at us.
amount to something.
At least something. At most nothing, but at least something. That's what they tell me.
That's what they tell you.
All right. So I see y'all out there, all the millions and millions. We are live. We're live. We're live. We're gonna go live with our show in just a minute.
Do you want to Oh, your phone's right there.
Oh, I found it. Yeah,
You
it's right
found
here.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to text Bill so that we can have people in the chat?
Oh, Bill knows. I'll let him. I'll let him know that I'm going on now. You might want to. Oh, you might want to check the link that I posted. It's private.
Oh, don't want to do that. But Cameron was able to get it.
Yeah.
Um.
That was at 7:37, so that might have changed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's public now.
It's public domain. So I'll turn the ringer off. I'll watch it live. We'll watch it live.
Oh, we gonna do it live. Gonna do it live.
Where do
I am not
find
a
the
person who should
chat?
ever do things like that. I'm just
Yes, to leave. Okay. You're not a person to share? Is that what you just said?
what?
What did you just say?
I just shouldn't be doing things like I just say things and dance and
Oh.
sing, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do and say these things.
How do I get to the chat in here?
It's on the side, old man. Where are
Yeah.
your glasses? Where are your readers?
Hey, I can't see.
Has
these
anyone seen my
things.
readers?
Live chat.
Hey, Doug is in our chat.
Doug
Hello,
Black.
Doug.
Oh, hey.
It is
Our
so very
fact
good
checker.
to see you. The official Bantha
official.
Milk fact checker. If I
Yes.
can talk today, which I can't. And that's
So
okay.
it was, you know what? Doug, don't go anywhere because I have a good story that involves you.
Oh boy.
You. All right.
And our audio even works this time. Like
it works.
Rob and I are batting 1,000. Sure, it took like 10 minutes extra, and sure,
10 minutes extra,
at
and
first we were
2.5
private.
years later, and we were
But
private. But you know,
here we are.
little, what's the word? Not rewards. Achievements.
Yeah, small victories.
Small victories.
Yeah,
That's the
one.
word. Small
As
victories.
Bob would say, baby steps.
Baby steps.
What about Bob?
What about Bob?
What a great movie.
What That was a good movie.
Did you like? Did you?
So I got a fun story about What About Bob, and then we'll start.
Ready.
Back when I was in high school, for those of you who don't know who are watching at home, not only do I like Star Wars, judging by my T-shirt, but I also big fan of volleyball. I'm a volleyball coach, and that trailer was nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe Doug is trying to mess with us.
I think he is. Yeah. But anyway, so a volleyball coach, love volleyball, loved the AVP, the beach volleyball.
Doug, was there a trailer we missed that dropped today?
Was there a new one that just came out, Doug? But anyway, so my favorite player was going around the country doing like clinics and stuff like that. And he came here to New Jersey, and he was doing one here in New Jersey. So when we were done, we were hanging out with him. He's just like sitting around chatting with us and stuff. And he's like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Bob." And he goes, "What about Bob?" And he was like, "Dude, that movie's awesome." So I still remember, I don't know why, but I got the VHS copy of What About Bob and never opened it because Adam Johnson called me What About Bob, and I'm like,
wow,
I'm never going to open this video. I don't know why.
What happened to it?
I mean, then years later, I don't know if you know this, but VHS doesn't really exist anymore.
Well, sure, but if it's something you kept and you didn't open, it's not like you're planning on using it, so you would think you would save it.
Yeah, but I had, hundreds of movies on VHS, and I think it just wound up in the box. But I remember putting it in the box as I was like either throwing it away or donating it, and go, "Oh, this was that one from Adam Johnson," and right back in the box with the rest of them.
And then you probably sold it at a yard sale or something.
Probably sold the yard sale for 5 cents.
And it's floating out there, a piece of history.
History
treasure,
to me.
It should be in a museum.
It should be, yes.
Indiana Jones is going to find it one day.
He will. Another fun story about that guy, Adam Johnson. He now is a coach, a club coach in Texas, and there's I don't know if you know about this thing called Facebook, but on
Never heard
Facebook,
of it.
yeah, I mean it's for old people like me.
That's the truth.
But somebody in one of the volleyball communities posted a thing like "Happy birthday to Adam Johnson," and I wrote, "Oh, he was my favorite player from back in the day," and he wrote back, "Thanks," and I was like, "Oh, it's like meeting your idol, like
Yeah,
meeting like Mark Hamill,
sure.
like giving us a thumbs up on some tweet that we do. It was like that to me, but I was like, oh my gosh, because he was my favorite volleyball player. So there we go. That's enough volleyball
It
stories for
does
one
look
day.
like there's a pretty rad trailer that I did not see. So as Star Wars podcast hosts, we're bad.
We are bad.
We should maybe take a look at that while we're
Yeah.
on the air today
Yeah, let's check it out.
and take a watch on it. I like it.
Um, is it on YouTube, I
Oh
guess?
yeah, I've got it right here.
You got it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can
Can
send it to
you?
you.
Yeah.
I will send it on over in Facebook Messenger. That's what you old people use, right?
That's right. Yes, Sonny.
Yeah, send it
Send it to me in the
via,
Facebook. Did you know
via
Facebook?
messenger pigeon.
So
Go on.
Google
That's I've heard of them. Them I've heard of.
Google created their own parent company called Alphabet.
Right, right,
So on Google, if you try and Google, but then it says the company is Alphabet.
right.
Facebook just created their own parent company called
Meta,
Meta.
right.
Yeah. So their stock symbol is still FB because it used to be Facebook. So their stock symbol is still FB, but now they're Meta.
Okay.
So now everything it says, like Instagram by Meta.
Right, yeah, I've been seeing that everywhere.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's very interesting. Okay, I see it's on there, so we'll have to watch it somehow.
Yeah, Doug, you're our fact checker, and apparently part of being fact checker is letting us know that there are new facts to learn.
That's right.
So in the future, you got to let us know about these things
Yeah, Doug.
because apparently, no, we have no excuse. Doug is like a college professor, I'm sure, and it's
Yeah,
May.
he's
It's
got nothing
finals.
going on right
It's
now.
finals.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure
finals
he's a
in
little
college.
busy.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Anyway. All right, so now it's 7:58. Let's do this live now, shall we?
I mean, yeah.
We've been going live. So let's hit it. Are you recording? Can you do
Oh,
or
I
I
should
can
do
do it.
that.
Can you do it?
I think you probably should because I'm pulling your stuff from the internet.
Okay. So then, pausing the action, folks.
Yeah, we've been really like wall to wall energy and action so far this
So
podcast.
far.
So we want to let you know that this is just a pause in that.
Yes.
Happy Star Wars Day, Avenger Hockey.
Happy Star Wars
Friend
Day. The pod, our good friend Avengers
Penned
Hockey.
of the Fraud, which is spoonerism right there. There's your word of the day.
There you go.
One of my favorite literary isms.
Literary isms.
Literary isms.
If there were ever any isms, the literary isms are the best ones.
Yeah, they're the best ones to have.
Yes.
Are the literary isms.
Literary isms. Okay, so now let's see. Click to start monitoring. Okay, we're getting levels. I'm hitting record. Record. Here we go. Intro music.
That's not it.
What? He's no good to me, Dad.
Intro music. Intro music.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Happy Star Wars Day
It's
to
the day.
you.
Today is the day. It's the most wonderful time
It
of the
sure
year.
is the greatest holiday of all time. Look, if Valentine's Day, which was a made up holiday by Hallmark,
Yeah.
can be a national holiday, I'm starting a petition on change.org.gov.us.com
/ Creed thoughts.
that's right, Sacred Jedi texts to make Star Wars Day a national holiday as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know that we're in a really polarized time, politically speaking, but I think that's a platform that we can all get behind.
Yes, 100%.
Either side of the aisle. So
100%, I agree.
I will just point out, I was watching our live stream, and it's adorable as we're listening to our little intro.
Okay.
We both gave a little fist pump right at the what?
Yeah.
Or at least like right after it. It was really nice.
I love it.
Anyway, we are here. We are again. It is Star Wars Day. We're excited for it, and we're here to chat with you.
We are here to chat with you. We like to banter.
That's
Get in the chat on
Yeah,
the YouTube
come on,
and
if
throw
you-
us some comments out
now.
there.
Now, if you're listening to this on the podcast, you're too late.
You missed it.
But
Yeah.
you need to know that we do this quite often, and
We
we
do.
give lots and lots of beforehand notice
Yes.
all the time. And by that I mean not much. But if you
Just 1 minute.
if you're of our social media, what would you call that, network? Yeah, we got a
Network,
network. Part of
yeah.
our social media network, we blast that info out as soon as we get it, which is to say, as soon as Nick decides to get off his butt and do it.
To post it. Yeah.
So you should check it out. We're on social media, we're on Facebook, Instagram,
Yep.
we're on Twitter. The most important one I'd say is go check out our Facebook group, Sacred Jedi Text. Right, that's where you can like hang with us and talk and
Yes.
like send Rob funny memes and
Uh-huh.
like still like send letters to him and to your obviously to your senator
Right.
about his beard and when it's going to come back.
When it's coming back, yeah.
Which is when, by the way.
I don't know. Like now, especially now, I don't know if you noticed.
You got a little stubble.
A little stubble, but
Yeah.
it's a little skinnier too. I lost a little.
Yeah,
couple
Rob's doing
pounds here.
Biggest Loser. What?
Yeah.
How much you down now?
20.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah.
How
thank
much
you.
do you usually lose every year?
30.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you got about 20 pounds. You got 10 pounds
I
left.
got 10 pounds left.
And
Yeah.
how many times have you won?
4. Yeah.
Out of how many that you've entered?
Probably like 5 or 6.
Oh
yeah.
wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so you are
So
a favorite.
I'm really good at losing weight during Biggest Loser. That I'm even better as soon as it's over of finding all the weight that I lost.
By how long after do you find it? Like 30 pounds lost, and then how long does it take you to find
So it normally is like, Biggest Loser's over. Here's all the money that you won. And then the next day, I'm like at the Chinese buffet, like
there it
gorging
is.
myself. I'm like,
listen, man, you got to know what you're about.
Yeah,
And you're about.
I'm about the food.
I am too. I
It's
don't blame you, man.
ridiculous. Yeah.
So Doug is right. We have a social media empire.
Social media empire.
We were just talking about Meta on the live
Yes.
stream, but we're going to be the next thing, which
We
is
will be.
WEOK.
WEOK Radio.
WEOK Radio coming at you live.
We're coming at you live.
If you missed our April Fool's special, go check us out.
Go check it out.
We make passing fair drive time radio disc jockeys.
We sure do.
Yeah,
we sure do. There's been a couple people who have volunteered us to help out with things now that we're getting so good at that drive time. And I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it. Whatever you want, let's do it.
Yeah, Alan from Geek Life was saying he had some stuff. I got to message him back. I'm really great at emailing people back.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Anyway, if you're here or listening, Alan, send your stuff my way.
Nick's on board. He just doesn't like to tell you that.
I'm a musician.
Yeah. Oh, and also Rodian Radio. I swear to gosh, buddy.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk to them.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk to you, but we're having issues with talking to people outside of our internal network here. So I'm not constantly blowing you off, but yes, we will get you. Next day, Rob hits the buffet, Doug Black said. That is the truth.
Speaking of the greater social media empire of Bantha Milk Podcast, make sure you catch our last episode. We talked to Tom Amin.
Yes, Tom Amin. He was awesome.
Of the podcast, who's been on before. He has a new album out that I've walked into your room a couple times hearing you play some of that music.
I'm playing. I love playing his music. I love playing his music, especially in school, because I feel a little bit sometimes it helps calm the kids slightly. But then you have some of the sarcastic kids who are like, I only listen to music with words in it. And I'm like, well, all these songs have words. You just don't know them. And he's not saying them. So you have to figure it out on your own.
And a delightfully imaginative bunch.
Yes.
Middle schoolers.
Yeah, yes, they are.
Yeah.
So a couple of things. One, today on May the 4th, if you check out Sacred Jedi Text, apparently their latest episode is dropping today. While you can see us live on YouTube today, this probably won't go live on the podcast networks until like tomorrow or something like that. But their episode is coming out today, and I was on it. Sacred, no, not Sacred Jedi Text.
Yeah, that's a Supreme Resort, right?
Supreme Resort.
That's what you said, Sacred Jedi Text. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you're like, oh, they have their own. Nope, sorry about that. Supreme Resort.
Supreme Taco Resort. Have you cracked your drink yet?
Oh no, I have not. Oh my goodness,
you're
we
talking
gotta get to the
talking,
Bantha.
You're not even drinking. Oh, you're still on that Ship Bottom Brewery.
This is the last one of the Ship Bottom Brewery. So
you can tell Rob drinks a lot of beer because he has one 6-pack that lasts in 5 or 6
episodes. Yeah. So
maybe we just shoot them all on the same day, like Jeopardy.
I know that's what we could do. That's what we could do. So cheers
to L'chaim, to life, right?
Bright suns is what they say at Galaxy's Edge.
Ah. Well,
yes.
we must on this day.
Yes,
this
so
holiest of days.
That's right. That one of many reasons I got.
Hey, Doug.
So yeah. So when I was on there, we recorded it on Sunday. One of the guests on there, RGH, he said that he actually enjoyed our interview with Tom Amin better than Ears Up's interview with Tom Amin. He thought we did a better job. So I was like,
well, we've got some brains on board
dusting
here.
Off the shoulders.
Nick
here.
And Rob coming at you. We're intellectuals.
We're intellectuals talking to fancy people who play piano. Yeah. So I think it was mostly you because you knew what he was talking about. But I felt like I contributed for the everyman.
You were the color commentator.
I was the color commentator.
You were John Madden. You were drawing the X's and O's, and I was making the shot calls, the play-by-plays.
That's right. And I was like, look, you can't win if you can't score. And you're like, but what about when you compose this over here and blah blah blah? And I'm like, music, good, yeah.
I just want to say I'm like super proud of myself. I made it through a sports metaphor, and you didn't call me on anything being wrong.
No,
so I'm here
you're
for
pretty
that.
close. You're pretty close.
Like, I'm sure it didn't make much sense, but I sold it. I sold it. Oh man! All right. So
they also commented on Doug. This is where Doug comes in.
all right, Doug.
They were like, we think it's so cool that you guys have your own fact checkers. And I was like, yes, we do. So, Doug, shout out to you, my friend.
Shout out to our fact checker,
Thank
Doug.
you, Doug, for
all
fact
the way,
checking.
all the way down south. Miss
down
you, bud.
south, all in Wisconsin.
Great tuba, Wisconsin. Wisconsin is not south. What?
I was just listening to Office Ladies, and it was the Saber episode. And Michael Scott was talking about all great things come from down south. He was just naming things that he thought were south, like
Wisconsin.
And they were like, Wisconsin's not in the south.
Oh boy.
So yes.
Rob's like, and I helped. That's right. The shake and bake, and I helped. Oh boy. I forget what I was going to say. That happens to me an awful lot. But either way, Doug, awesome tuba player and educator down south. Miss you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out. Happy Star Wars Day.
Yeah. Put me in, coach. He's ready.
I'm ready to play.
All right. So it is May the 4th.
Bill's here too. Oh no.
Bill's in the house somewhere.
And he's basically useless garbage.
There you go.
Sorry, buddy.
That's what Bill's I guess like me, basically useless garbage.
Exactly. Like you.
Yes. That's what we
in every way possible.
In every way possible. So for beautiful Star Wars Day, we have lots to talk about.
Blessed be its name.
Most of the things that I found are all of the wonderful promos and specials and coupons and discounts and stuff that all go along with Star Wars Day. So
love it. And by the way, as you're listening to us list these things, feel free in chat to throw any Star Wars moments, Star Wars bloopers, Star Wars gaffes, right?
I got a lot of questions today at school, which is better questions.
Okay.
From some very Star Wars oriented kids who are like, what about this?
We have many of them. We have many at our school. They're into the Star Wars.
So two of the questions that the kids kept asking me, and so I'll ask it, and our friends in the chat, you can throw in your answers as well as Nick and I do. But the first question was, who is better, Mando or Boba?
That's so mean.
And I was like, okay, we got to talk about what.
That's a complicated question.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I was like, okay, are we talking original legacy Boba, where we find out that he's the greatest bounty hunter of all time? What does Darth Vader say to him?
No disintegration.
No disintegration, Boba.
I mean, I feel the problem is they made Mando everything we wanted Boba to be before Boba got his own thing.
Right.
So, yes, Mando is better. Like, Mando's a more interesting character, a compelling character now that the whole story has been told, I think. But before all that, the mystique behind Boba Fett's what made him like you said, he has like 4 or 5 lines the entire thing.
Yeah.
And they built this cult following around him. It's because he was just this cool, interesting character. He wasn't like anyone else.
You never saw his face.
So
yeah,
I think that's part of like the mystique that was kind of ruined of Boba Fett. But who knows? We've only seen season 1 of Boba Fett. Maybe they rock our socks off next season.
Maybe he comes back even more fit and even more nasty than he was in the first one.
Mayhaps.
Doug,
he doesn't like you either.
Doug and Bill in our chat are just writing back and forth.
These are all great quotes.
They're all their quotes. That's what
men,
it is.
The women and the children.
And the children too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like sand.
So I was a groomsman at Bill's wedding. In fact, I was the best man by right of conquest.
Okay, good job. Did he have any siblings?
No. So what had happened was.
What happened was.
So we there was no real best man, but like we were all just kind of.
You just claimed it.
Well, I gave the first toast.
Okay.
So that was how it went. I literally went.
Literally
went. I'm Bill's friend Nick, and like he doesn't really have a best man, so I'm gonna be the best man. I'm it.
Yeah.
So he gave all his groomsmen little flasks.
Okay.
For the groom's gift.
Yeah.
And mine actually says on it, "I don't like sand."
I don't like sand.
Because he gave like a little quote for every groomsman that was relevant to them.
Okay.
So thanks, buddy. I still use that often. I appreciate you out there, Bill.
He brings it to school every day.
Yeah. I have said in the past, like, man, to be a teacher in the 50s, like they could like after a really rough class, probably just open the drawer and there'd be like a glass,
Uh-huh.
like a bottle of gin there. That's not something you can do today.
Well, I even remember.
You got to wait till you get home
Yes, I even remember.
or you go to your podcast.
I was. Uh,
78 years old. So what was that? 20
no,
years
like
ago?
78, 79,
Years old.
79 years old. Yes, last year.
Hmm.
um,
This we're talking
19. Yeah,
1979.
like 1979, 1980. I think is when. Yeah, because 89 I graduated 8th grade, so I started like 1980ish.
I was 2
You were two. I started school
in
in like
89.
1980. Yeah. In 89, you were two
Yeah.
when I graduated 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, so I remember every once in a while, like the teacher would send you down to the teacher's lounge to either get the copies off the Ditto machine that they had,
Sure, sure.
or just like to get another teacher or something
Were
like
there
that.
teachers smoking in there?
Oh my gosh, you walked in, it was like a cloud.
Oh
You were
yeah.
just like,
Yeah. Yeah, my high school used to have a smoking room. I remember they don't obviously not when I was there, but there was a
right.
smoking room and a gun club and all that. It's a very different
Hmm.
time.
Yeah, yeah, it was definitely definitely much better. Okay, so Mando or Boba, they're not answering. They're just saying this is why you fail.
This is why you
Yeah,
fail,
and
which is another good one.
they keep putting out great quotes. He doesn't like you either. All right, so I was saying the same thing. Like I like the original idea of what Boba was in the original trilogy. Um, but the new Boba, if we were to put the okay, so best Boba from Empire Strikes Back versus Mando in Mandalorian, which of those two win?
I mean, you mean win in a fight?
Win in a fight or like
See, because that's not fair either. We've seen Mando like decimate things, and we haven't really. We saw Boba get hit on the back with a stick and fly into the Sarlacc. You know, like we haven't seen like.
yes,
But
but
then we see like in Mando season 2, we see Boba like beast mode,
right.
and then in Boba Fett season 1, we see Mando like, no, let's have peace,
Yeah,
guys.
let's no
Everything's
guys.
cool.
No guys, that's all
I'll
just
ride
get
a
along, guys.
Rancor, but other than that, that's fine, right?
Yeah,
So like that like I don't know. I have a hard time with both of us. It was good. Like I
yeah.
rethink. I have to go rewatch it. It's been a while. I'm rethinking that like so, but like I feel like that last episode helped, but it was just not enough. Like Mandalorian is just such a better whole.
Yeah, as a whole,
Yeah,
yeah. When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not.
that's the truth.
That's what Doug says to me. Yes.
New
Uh,
Boba should be referred to exclusively as Dad Bod Boba. I
yes,
like it.
I agree 100% with that one.
That is, but the problem is he was Dad Bod Boba in Mando, and then
Uh-huh.
like when he got his own show, they like made him all svelte and stuff.
Yeah,
He
he
like
started
worked
to
out.
actually work out and he dieted also. So
Yeah,
yeah.
bummer.
And then the other question that I wrote down was best droid of the following four: R2D2, C3PO, BB8, or DO. Which one do you like the best?
Dio. Is Dio the one from the new, like the most recent one?
Yeah, the one that he was the single wheel,
Scratch that
like
one
ice cream
immediately.
cone head
Yeah,
who, but he could talk and
he was cool. He was. I mean,
he was
I
like
don't dislike him.
he was like a puppy. He was more like a puppy to me.
Yeah, which is adorable. I
Yeah,
love puppies, but he wasn't in long enough to really retain any. But I think Chopper should be on there.
that's what I said when the kid asked me who's your favorite droid. I said Chopper. He said who's that? And
Yeah,
I said, did you watch Rebels?
that's a
And he
kid who
goes,
needs to
no.
get
Yeah,
on Disney Plus and watch some
yeah. He
Rebels.
needs to start watching some
Chopper
Rebels.
needs to be on there. I think K2SO needs to be on.
Yeah,
K2SO might be my favorite droid
I think I agree with
in the
that
entire thing. He's
as
just awesome.
or
That's not
who is
fair
the
though.
girl? Who was the tall?
Oh,
Yeah,
L373.
yeah,
Yeah, L3.
L3. Yeah.
She was also awesome.
Mhm.
But they have disadvantage because they can speak
Revolution.
English. Yeah.
Started a revolution.
Yeah, that was amazing. It really was. They did that so well. And it's awesome that they incorporated that into like she's the Falcon.
Yeah.
But it's kind of unfair to compare them when they can speak English and have personalities.
Well,
So I feel like Chopper
C-3PO
is a good. Yeah,
can
that's fair.
talk also.
That's true. That's
Um,
true. But C3PO kind of has the personality of a droid. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Versus
Whereas
these
the other two,
more human
yeah,
sort of.
definitely had more emotions to them.
So if we're keeping it to a more droid-like droid, I feel like Chopper or else. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be so annoyed. What's the one from Jedi Fallen Order is so good, so good.
R5,
R5, no BD1, BD1.
BD1.
See, R5 is Skippy, right?
Is Skippy.
So
Skippy,
how do
yeah.
you not mention Skippy the
Yeah.
Jedi droid when we're talking best?
So
droids?
this is what happens when you get questions from 8th graders. They only know
they don't do
4
their
droids.
research.
They don't do the research. No, because there are so many droids out there that are I want to almost say cooler than BB-8, definitely better, cooler than Dio. Dio was fun, but like I said, he's more like a puppy.
Yeah,
Like you're like, oh, he's a cute little
he
droid.
really was like adorable.
Yeah,
Like his little
yeah.
no, thank you.
No, thank you. Yeah,
It was really cute.
yeah.
But like, yeah, I think BB-8 is a great like BB-8 was an awesome droid. The
Right.
sound effects, the whole delivery of them. Um,
And I think of those four, my favorite would be R2
yeah, I think that's
because
a classic. But like, I mean, R2 is just like Star Wars. You know what I mean?
yeah,
R2 is Star Wars.
yeah,
C3PO is kind of is too, but like C3PO is everyone feels the same way.
yeah. Everybody's
You're annoying
how many people have told C3PO to shut up? Like,
because
yeah,
that's his character.
that's
He's
his
supposed to be
character.
annoying.
Yeah.
But
Not that I mean, Anthony Daniels is on his way here for our show tonight. So
yeah, we think he's gonna make it. There's a tie up on 295.
there is, yeah. So hopefully he can make it in time. But when he gets here, we won't tell him that we thought that our C3PO was more annoying than R2. But
Unless he
uh,
doesn't bring his suit, he better bring that whole gold
yeah.
suit, or else he's not getting through the doors
Well,
of Bantha Milk headquarters.
he can't wear the whole thing and sit down at the same time.
Who said he needed to sit?
So he's just gonna stand there in the corner.
We're paying for
We're
it.
paying. That's right. We paid a lot to have him come here, so he
Yeah.
better get here soon.
That's from all our
Uh,
Patreon subscribers.
That's what it is. So okay, so those are the two questions that the kids were asking me. All right, so let's do some news because the news is just about all the different things you can buy and. All right, so I'm going to give you a little teaser right before this commercial break.
Oh my gosh.
Both of these articles are from StarWars.com. So
They're
if you want
official.
they're official. So if you want to go to StarWars.com, you can read along with us.
You can do that right now during this
commercial break. So the first one is Star Wars Day 2022 Games and Experiences Deals.
Ooh.
So all of the great games that are coming discounts.
Ready.
So
Ready.
we're going to get those to you right after this commercial break.
I want that so bad.
Oh my gosh, that is the best ad I've ever heard
That-
on here.
That goes up there with the greats. The greats of the advertising industry.
I agree. Yeah.
Like that Sears commercial from the
Mhm.
90s.
Yep.
You said you'd call today. You'll call now. I'll call now.
I'll call
Remember that one?
No, I don't remember
No?
that one.
Or how
No.
about my brand?
Still don't
I
know.
have specialized. No?
No.
Man.
Yeah.
You probably remember like by Menon.
I
right?
remember that.
Of course
yeah,
you
I
do.
remember that. I remember.
Where's the beef? Is that
Where's the
is that
beef?
more like
Yeah, I
got
remember.
milk?
I remember the Marble Man. Yeah.
Okay. This might be after your time. Man.
Yeah, yeah. I was.
You were probably in college
I
at
was
this
in
point,
college at
and
that
so like
point.
you didn't have cable in your dorm.
We
or something?
didn't have cable in my dorm.
There you
No,
go.
we
You
did
missed
not
out.
have cable.
You
We
missed
didn't
out
have
on
air
the
conditioning in my
classic
dorm.
Sears.
So
90s
let me
commercial.
tell you,
Here we go.
my second year at Temple, which
Mm.
I was only at Temple for 3 years.
Philly in the
because-
summer with no AC. That sounds
Well,
awful.
it didn't really last the whole summer.
That's fair.
So it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But my second year, I was in a dorm that at the time was called New Res, because it was the newest residence hall, and there
in
wasn't somebody.
1995.
Yes, and somebody
Was it
didn't.
really?
Well, I graduated in '98.
That was a good guess.
So yeah, so I was 97, 98. I didn't live in the dorm, so 96, 97 is when I lived in
Not
New
bad.
Res. So yeah,
not,
not
a
bad.
ballpark.
Not bad at all. But yeah, so New Res had cable runs put in when they built it. They built it with coax everywhere and all kinds of stuff like that.
Ooh.
It did have air conditioning, so that wasn't bad. My first year, I was staying in Johnson Hardwick Hall. And that was 11. I was on the 11th floor and no air conditioning. So
Woof.
yes, that was
Woof.
not fun at all.
Nope.
And when we started in late August, early September, it was
Brutal.
a heat wave, so
Yep,
it was not fun
brutal.
at all. Yeah.
Doug, you're making me laugh, man. He's talking about Anthony Daniels coming here and doing the Zoom business meeting where he's dressed from the top up.
Oh,
He's got,
yeah.
like sweatpants on the
Uh-huh.
bottom. I could see that.
That's what he would totally do.
Oh, my wife just ordered food. Apparently, my doorbell's ringing.
Nice. Good
I hope
job.
she got me something.
Nope, nothing for you. Maybe
gonna
she
ask
got
her.
you some ramen.
Right
Like
here,
my
ready?
shirts.
Ready? Broadcast. I hope you got me something. She's gonna feel bad if she
She'd be like, "Well, you weren't home."
didn't. Yep.
Um, 12 were all old. So anywho, on the new one, we had cable runs, but they didn't hook up cable because none of the other dorms had cable. So they didn't want everybody else to be jealous of New Res.
So literally, you had the capability, but they didn't give it to you.
They wouldn't give
because-
it to
oh,
us,
Wow,
yeah.
that's messed up.
And now we went back because when my son was going to look at colleges, and every room in in Johnson Hardwick where I stayed, air conditioners popping out of the windows.
Yeah.
So air conditioners in every window, and now they have cable, and every dorm has cable also.
Yep.
I'm like, oh man,
Messed up.
messed up. Okay, so back to the games and experiences deals for 2022. And let me tell you, because of this email, I actually started playing one of the games to try and get the free stuff that you can get with
Yeah,
it.
you told me, but is it the emoji one?
The emoji ones. Yeah, so I'll talk about that in a second. So on console PC, Battlefront 2, you're a big fan.
Oh yeah, I haven't played it in a while, but I had a good time with that one.
Celebration Edition, you can get 80% off, offer valid April 29th through May 10th
So you
for
figure it's a
PlayStation.
$60 game, so that's what, a $20 game?
There you go. PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Origin, Epic Game Story, and Steam. So,
That's a good one. That's got good multiplayer. It's the problem for me is look at those ones you die so often, and I'm like I'm not great at them. So like
okay.
I
So
feel like I'm always running
you're
back, dying, running back, dying. But like
now when you die, do you lose all your stuff? You have to run back and get it,
no,
or you just have
it's
to start all over
see
again?
the problem is like the big craze right now with video games is battle royales where
Mhm.
like you drop from the sky, you got to gather stuff, you die, and then you're done. So
Right.
this one is not like that. You spawn in. Excuse me, this whiskey's giving me bubbles. Anyway, you spawn in with a certain like loadout, a certain gun, certain grenade. You kind of try and take points, right? And if you get shot, you have like a 5 second respawn where you get respawned at a different or 10 second respawn where you get respawned at a different spot.
Okay.
So it's quicker paced than like a battle royale where like you only have one game and you're kind
Okay.
of searching for loot. It's a lot more fast paced,
Okay.
but you really get because people have been playing Battlefront 2
Okay.
since PlayStation 2 came or 4 came out.
Oh
Like
wow.
it's been out for a long. So there are some people who are just so good
Okay.
that you get in there and you're like, wow, I can't do a thing.
Right, because these people have been playing for
Yeah.
4 or 5 years now, or
Yep.
whatever. Yeah.
For sure.
Doug Black says, anyone still playing? That was microtransaction hell.
Yeah, so I think they fixed some of that, Doug, because I did buy it when it was super on sale, and they had a huge backlash because there was a lot of microtransactions. I think there's still a decent bit of microtransactions in there, but they changed the.
Was that when like people were trying to sell their points online and stuff?
No,
Or
it was just like because you had to at first when they released it, you could buy packs, and those packs would include like
oh,
upgrades
okay,
for your character that like you can still get if you don't buy them, but you have to put a ridiculous amount of grinding into the leveling process.
okay,
So people got really angry at the fact that it was basically pay to win.
okay,
So I know that there was enough outcry about that they changed something. But I don't know
okay.
what's happening over there.
Just
Take a screenshot, send it to me.
okay. It's whatever.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, we
Yeah.
got it.
Okay. All right. So that was super annoying. Then I get you.
There's someone being stupid in the chat.
Yeah.
Let's remove that stupid person.
There you go. All right. And the next one, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. You played this as well.
Fallen Order is a great game. Oh
Yes.
man, if you have not played Fallen Order, you need to do that now.
It says get up to 75% off the standard and deluxe editions. Offer valid April 29th through May 10th for PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, Xbox X, and PC. And then, so the first one was 80% off. Listen to this, ready? See if you follow along here. Second one, 75% off. So far, two great.
And by the way, once again, I will reiterate: if you haven't played that, 75% off. Get it. They're
Jedi,
coming out. I'm sure they're going to be coming out with a new Jedi Fallen Order game soon.
right?
And it was one of the best Star Wars video games out there.
So Nick highly recommends it. And the guy what was the main character's name?
That was not Galen Merrick. That was the other ones. Man, that's gonna annoy me because I just said BD.
Yeah, because you were talking about his droid in it.
Yeah,
But I think you can buy his lightsaber
you
in
can. Oh, that's
Galaxy's
gonna annoy
Edge.
me.
Um,
I'm gonna look it up.
You look
'cause
it
it's
up.
gonna annoy me. Ah, Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis,
Man,
yes.
that annoys me.
Yeah.
There were such good characters in this one too. Like they did a lot. I hope in the next game they do more. Like they put more effort into like the RPG elements and like
Okay.
leveling up and like making things a little more deep because it looked like they were being a little safe on some of that in
Okay.
this one. But like it was a really cool. I hope it like set up hopefully a lot more.
Okay. And then Star Wars Squadrons, which you did get.
I did. I didn't play a lot of it because I'm really bad with games that have ridiculous load screens.
Okay.
And it had really long load screens.
Okay.
And like I would just be sitting there like I could be playing
Yeah.
3 games at this point. So
Uh,
I know they released. I had heard they released some patches that had fixed that.
okay.
I have heard it is Doug can attest. I know he's played it. I have heard it is astounding in VR, like one of the best VR
Oh, I did
experiences
hear
you
that
could
as
have.
well. Yes, I did
Yeah,
hear that as well. So you can get that for 75% off also. Now, ready for this?
I'm ready.
Tell me this doesn't make any sense at all. You can get the triple bundle, EA Star Wars triple bundle. Get three critically acclaimed games for up to 70% off with the EA Star Wars triple bundle. This bundle includes Star Wars Squadrons, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Deluxe Edition, and Star Wars Battlefront 2 Celebration Edition. So if you buy all three at once, you save 70%. Um, Doug did say Squadrons is a VR masterpiece.
Yeah,
So if you buy all three, you get up to 70% off, but you can buy each one for either 75 or 80%
80% off.
off individually.
I don't think the
So
math exactly adds up there,
no, the
y'all.
math does not add up at all. It's kind of funny to me because I would rather spend an extra 4 minutes doing three separate transactions
To
to
save,
to save
5-10 bucks.
$5 or $10 more than to not do it.
Yeah. Doug is saying Squadrons multiplayer is dead, which is a bummer because it seems like that's probably the most fun part of it would be to like, get into an
Yeah.
X-wing with your buddies in a squadron.
And that was the thing that was like the big selling point for it was like its giant
Yeah, large
like
scale
large scale
battles
battles and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
And it really parts of it were fun, but it had the same problem. Some people were so good and it was punishing on people who were just
Who are
joining.
just yeah. So when you're and almost like some games they start all the noobs together
Yeah, like
and you got to have like you level up
skill-based
points, skill based.
matchmaking,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, which is
I don't
what
think they had a great
a great
algorithm for
algorithm
that.
for that. I
Um,
probably wrote the algorithm for it. That's how bad it
maybe
was. Yeah.
in Scratch.
In Scratch. I wrote it in Scratch.
Oh man,
Bill taught me everything I know in Scratch.
love it.
Yeah, is he if he's still
He's
here
a
or not?
scratch master.
He's a Scratch
You scratch his
master.
back, he'll scratch
That's
yours.
right. Minecraft Star Wars patch. Get up to 33% off the Star Wars skins.
Okay,
All for valid May 3rd to May 10th. So you still
cool.
have plenty of times.
Sure.
Star Wars
We haven't
Journey.
played Minecraft in a while.
Tom and I started playing it again.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't
Are
go
you
back.
doing the survival mode?
He loves survival mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the
So
creative mode was it for me. It's so
and
zen.
yeah,
Like I don't have to worry.
and the survival mode now they changed it.
Okay.
So this doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why they did this, but they did this. Um, the floor level used to be 0.
Right. Sure.
Once you get down, it's like bedrock was like
Right.
the last, like anywhere from 5 to 0 was just through bedrock, and you couldn't dig through bedrock. They now somehow, for some reason, changed it. The no floor level is now -65.
So there's
So you get to 0 on the Z, and then you can go 65 more levels down. It's not bedrock, it's deep slate. So it's 65 levels of
interesting.
deep slate. And
And
now
then what?
and then
And then you
finally,
fall
there's
through?
a floor. No, there is a floor there at 0. But they also changed where all of the minerals are.
Okay.
So coal is now up in only the best place to find it is up in the mountains. You have to go up to level like 90.
Okay.
Sea level is like 65 or 62, something like that. So now if you want to get coal on a readily abundant level, you have to find a mountain
The
and go up.
mountain, yeah.
Uh,
And on survival,
and on survival, it's really annoying.
Sure.
And they jacked up the mobs on the bad guys.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more of them that come at you really, really fast.
Right.
Coal is now like level 16, or no, iron is now level 16. So if you want iron, you have to go down to like level 16.
Okay.
If you want diamonds, you have to go down to level -59. So almost all the way
Jeez.
to the bottom. So
That is
there's no like
See, and my entire frame of reference for this, I have to remember, is creative mode, where you're basically God.
yeah, and
And
you
you can do
have
anything.
everything
And so
anywhere.
I'm just thinking about this, going, that sounds like a pain. And then I'm thinking,
hmm
oh my god,
hmm
oh my god, that's so much more of a pain.
Yeah.
I can't fly. I have to worry about building like
Yeah.
stairs and
Yep.
putting lighting. And
Uh-huh.
oh my gosh,
And it's a lot harder now
yeah,
and a lot more frustrating because like when you're hunting for iron, you can find some coal,
right.
but the coal that you find is so much smaller than if you go all the way up to level 90. But then when you go to level 90, you're not finding any iron and you're definitely not finding any diamonds until you go all the way down to the bottom.
Oh boy.
So yes, so they definitely made Minecraft harder, but you can
But
get
you
the
can
Star
get
Wars
Star
skin
Wars skins.
for 33% off.
Love
So
it.
one
Love it.
third off. So that's not too bad.
33.3% repeating,
33
of course.
yes. The Star Wars Journey to Batuu on Sims 4.
Which we of course did discuss on this and other podcasts.
Yes, very early on we discussed this when it first came out.
Oh yeah.
40% off that.
All right. So if you're one of the 17 players out there of The Sims, check that
Yes,
out. Do
and
people? I guess still people do still play The Sims.
yeah, and some people do like really weird, strange. Like Dan was talking about how there's like a whole community of people who just do like just really like they mod it, and there's all kinds of really really strange things that they do. So yes. So Star Wars Journey to Batuu, it was neat because if you haven't been to Batuu, which is Galaxy's Edge, which is Star Wars land in Disney World and
Sure.
Disneyland, it apparently looks exactly like that. So if you want to figure your way around before you go there, play the game.
I bet they're not having any Star Wars Day sales on the Tony and Tina's wedding experience.
No, no. Surprisingly, it's still $5,000 for a family of four
I
for
figured they'd make it
36
like
hours.
49.96.
Yeah, you know they cut out, but then they jack up the prices of the drinks another
Yeah.
$20 each.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you gotta make your nuts somewhere.
that's right. Star Wars Racers, Episode 1 Racers. You remember this? You used to play this, didn't
Pod
you?
Racer.
Pod Racer.
Oh, you
Well,
mean
this is just Star Wars Racers for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
what?
They are Pod Racers. But it's just called Star Wars Episode 1 Racer.
Interesting. So that must be like it's got to be like
A
a
new
reskin or
version, a
something.
reskin of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, like they must.
So I used to work at Fantasy Island Amusement Park on Long Beach Island, New Jersey. And if you've never been to Fantasy Island, it's like a kiddie arcade and like amusement park. It's really small. But that was my first job, and they had like the arcade version of that,
Okay.
where it was like you actually had like
Oh,
you had to
handles.
manipulate the handles. That was like the coolest thing. I always felt rad on it. But I did not have it for the PlayStation because I'm looking at it now, and it came out in 1999.
Yeah.
And then it looks like 20 years after the release of the game, an HD re-release for PlayStation 4 and Switch came out. So yeah,
There you go.
So what
And
can
it's
you get that
50%
for?
off now.
50% off.
50%
I
off. So
love
there
it.
you go. Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy.
Okay, so that is one of the great Star Wars games. I will tell you, it does not translate well. It did not age well. As a Star Wars RPG and like storytelling narrative, it's pretty darn cool.
Okay.
The controls are hard to get used to on modern when you're used to modern video games.
Okay.
There's so much quality of life improvements they've done. If there's any Star Wars games that would benefit from like a remaster, it's
Okay.
them. Because like
okay.
I own Jedi Knight.
And Jedi Knight 2?
I own all of those. The Fallen. Those are all the Kyle
And the
Katarn.
Old Republic. Yeah. Jedi Knights of the Old Republic.
No, Knights of the Old Republic is another thing.
That's a different one. Okay.
Right. So these ones, the Jedi Knight series, we have Jedi Knight
Academy.
Jedi Fallen Academy, and then Jedi Knight.
This is
Jedi
Outcast.
Outcast.
Yeah.
Right. So that was the Kyle Katarn story. So Kyle
Okay.
Katarn was like that's the old like timeline. He's not canon anymore.
Okay.
And it was awesome, and it was a lot of fun. It was like the coolest Star Wars RPG, and really, if you play it now, you can enjoy it once you get your lightsaber.
Okay.
Like the controls make a lot more sense, but like the shooting mechanics are so bad. They're
Okay.
so bad.
Were they
They're
like
okay.
off? Were they like Stormtrooper
It's
bad,
just
or
like-
just like really like?
The quality of life things we know now are that like when you're playing on a controller, you need help. Controllers don't work as good as mouse and keyboard.
Right.
So there's a little bit of aim assist and stuff like that. So like you're just literally just zoom, zoom,
Oh, and it's
zoom,
just going
and it
all
just
over the place.
it doesn't. It's not. So like I have played it on Steam, and it's better when you have a mouse keyboard sort of thing going on. But even
Okay.
still, it doesn't age that well.
Okay.
But they're great narratives, great games. But you also said Knights of the Old Republic. That's the Revan games that we've
Okay,
talked
that's
about
one
a
you've
million
talked about.
times.
You
Yeah.
love that one.
Yeah,
right?
that's-
yeah.
That one you could still play today, and it would hold up just as well as it did then, because it's not about the gameplay necessarily, because it was basically you could pause it at any time and everything would stop.
Okay.
And then you could you have a party of 3, almost like you ever play any of the Final Fantasy games?
Yeah. Okay.
So it was like that turn-based matchmaking
Okay.
where you,
Mhm.
you don't have to pause and like assign things, like things
Okay.
were automated, but like that's basically what was happening, and you could pause it and do that. So like that sort of play still holds up. Like
Okay.
I just played the remake of one of the Final Fantasy games, and it's awesome. They incorporate that, but they change it. So I'm actually really interested to see what they do, because they're remaking Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, okay.
And they're updating it. So I'm interested to see if they keep the turn-based stuff, and if they do, how they handle that. My guess is they'll probably make it a little more like a, like an action RPG where
Sure.
you actually swing the lightsaber and you.
Okay.
But you could that's on your phone. You can get it on your phone. You can
Mhm.
get it on your iPad. You can get it on basically anything. And literally spend hundreds of hours, and it's got awesome story.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so Jedi Academy 50% off, Jedi Outcast 65% off, Knights of the Old Republic 50% off on mobile and 25% off mobile no Nintendo Switch.
Sure.
So
Oh, that's
there's
probably a great game on Switch. Like
yeah,
I can imagine being like on a road trip or something and just having that in
just
my
having it in
hands
your
and play.
hands, just
Yeah.
playing it the whole time.
Speaking of which, I need you to 3D print me another Switch
Oh,
holder. Mine died.
okay, you got it.
Thanks, buddy.
Offer valid only till May 5th, so you better get
Oh,
them
that's
quickly.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's
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 tomorrow.
actually like, in like 3 or 4 hours, y'all.
Yeah,
So get on
yeah.
it.
And then you have the Heritage Pack for Nintendo Switch, 25% off.
Okay, the Heritage Pack.
The Heritage Pack. 25% off Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, Star Wars, uh, Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Republic Commando,
Okay.
and The Force Unleashed.
Okay, Force Unleashed is a fun game. That was a
Okay.
good one.
Yeah, so all of those games, you can get all of them for the Switch for 25% off.
All right. I wish they would do more of the Force Unleashed stuff because that was their way of going like, I don't care about story. I just want to make you feel like a god.
Okay,
And
yeah.
like it's like literally like at one part in the story, you pull down with the Force a Star Destroyer from the
Yeah.
sky.
Okay.
So like they literally just said, what if we could take the Force and put it on meth?
There you go.
And that
And
was that
that's
game.
what happened.
So it was a good game.
You're the Old Republic, big fan.
So just the Old Republic or
So
Knights of the Old Republic?
this says Star Wars the Old
So
Republic.
yeah, so that's a different thing. So
Okay.
we have Knights of the Old Republic, which came first, and then the Old Republic was Star Wars' version of World of Warcraft,
Okay.
and that came out. I mean, Doug's in the chat. Doug and I played so much the Old Republic when we were in our masters together out in Illinois. Yeah, that was like it continued the story of
Okay.
Knights of the Old Republic, but it did it in a way where you could be like either like you could pick factions. There was like Sith sorcerer. There was like the Sith like juggernaut, and then you could also be non-force users like bounty hunters and stuff like
Okay.
that. And it was actually really fun. You can still play it now,
Okay.
but I think it's free to play now.
Yeah. So if you log in starting on May 4th, you will receive a new Astromech Mini Pet P1-XL.
Okay.
So for anybody who's still playing it, you get that free Old Republic Astrotech Astromech. Yes. And you get 40% off the Galactic Leisure Bundle from May 4th through the May 18th for the PC. Star Wars Pinball, 50% off. I guess I'm thinking of a real pinball machine. And I'm
So
like,
I've really wanted a pinball machine, and like I almost used. So if you didn't catch our last podcast, I'm having a baby. We're very excited, and I said to my wife the other day, like, kids really like arcade games, and we've got a basement.
and
They're so
yeah,
expensive.
they
man.
are expensive.
Like you can't even like you think, oh, I'll just find an old junky one. That makes them even more expensive.
Yeah, the old junky ones, because the old junky ones are refurbished, so
Yep.
they're even more expensive. There was a guy, his name is Todd Tuckey.
Todd Tuckey.
He owned or probably still owns a pinball and arcade refurbishment company.
Sure, he's probably one of the only 6 in the nation.
Yeah, and he's in this area. He's above like Philadelphia area, but he was at our wedding, and he used to have infomercials that were on like especially around Christmas time, because like really like pushing so that people would come in and buy
Sure.
buy arcade games and stuff from him. But I forget what the name of his store was, but he had infomercials on for years, and he was at my wedding, and everybody was coming up to me. My friends were coming up to me. They're like, "Dude, how do you know the guy from blah 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 infomercials?" And I was like, "I don't know."
How did you?
So his wife worked with Sherry's mom.
Okay.
So it was one of Sherry's
So it was
mom's
like he
friends.
was a plus one.
He was Sherry's mom's friend and husband.
Okay.
So
Friend
Sherry's
and
mom,
husband.
Sherry's mom's friend's husband.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Sherry's mom's friend's husband.
They were friends and they were also married.
Yeah. No. So Sherry's mom's friend husband owned that place, and they were
Okay.
like, "Oh my god!" And I'm like,
That's like 4 degrees to Kevin Bacon, right?
"Yeah,
there.
yeah." But it was so he was like a local celebrity from infomercials that
Yep.
he like paid for, that were always on at 2 o'clock in the morning. But when you're 20, you remember that it was like a year ago for you. When you're 20, like you're staying up all night and watching these dumb infomercials, everybody was like, "Oh my god, how do you know him? How do you know?" And I was like,
That was the moment where you were missing that Sears commercial.
"That
You
is,
were too
yes." I
busy
was
up late
watching
watching
infomercials.
Celebrity Deathmatch
Yes,
and infomercials.
yes. So Star Wars Pinball, the video game, I guess they've up to 50% off. Yeah, because it's on PlayStation 4, Xbox, Nintendo Switch. Blah
And
blah blah.
according to Doug, I guess VR. I guess it's probably on the PSVR, PlayStation VR.
PlayStation VR, yes.
I need to
Uh,
get me some VR. It looks so like so. I've been wanting to play Beat Saber forever.
okay.
But if like I'm looking forward, I'm like, do I buy a PSVR when I also want a PS5? That seems stupid.
Yeah. And the PSVR doesn't hook up to the PlayStation 5, right? It hooks up to the PlayStation 4, right?
I don't know, Doug. You tell me. I can't imagine they would not make it backwards compatible with the
Yeah.
PSVR. They would like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially since it's such an expensive add-on
Yeah, it's
to
like $250 or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. So you would hope that they would make it sync up to the 5 as well.
Yep.
Star Wars Republic Commando, 50% off. And then this is the one mobile exclusive.
Yeah, this is the one you've been playing, right?
Yeah, Disney Emoji Blitz.
And tell me about this game. You said it's
So
like Candy Crush.
yeah, so these are all the things like it says about it, and then I'll explain as best as I can to the. He said, "Get a Quest 2." Yoda makes his long-awaited debut in Disney Emoji Blitz in Light versus Dark Side Token Quest. Relive the Skywalker saga in Emperor Palpatine villain event featuring the debut of Emperor Palpatine and Lando, all for valid May 4th through the 9th. Log in every day from April 30th to May 5th for special Star Wars themed giveaways, including your chance at a free BB 8, R2D2, or C3PO. Download Disney Emoji Blitz today. So I downloaded it.
And tell me the results.
The results are
Robert.
in. Here we go. I'm still confused. It is like
Candy Crush.
where you have try and get 3 things in a row, 4 things in a row, 5 things in a row. Like there's all the little
Yeah, like a
Tetris looking like
sure.
heads and whatever. So they're all emoji heads.
Remember like 20 years ago when you'd go to like a bar and there'd be that one like touch screen
Yeah.
thing and you'd have like the Frankenstein version of that.
Yeah.
I love those
Yeah.
things.
So it's basically like that. Yeah. So it's all these different emoji heads, and then apparently after you, Sherry told me I say apparently a lot, and I'm like,
That's
oh,
right. It's a crutch word. Mine
Yeah.
is I say it literally all the time.
You say to be
again,
fair. Oh,
to be fair, and again, I'll go
Again.
again. And I'm
Again.
like, I didn't say it before, so why am I saying
So
the
why
word
am I-
again? It's just my crutch word. Anyway,
So emoji blitz. So they have all different emojis, all like hundreds, if not thousands, different Disney emojis. Simba, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Pluto, like Mufasa. The
the Cheshire Cat.
Cheshire Cat, like everything that you can think
Goofy.
of, Goofy, they're all in there, right?
Gritty.
Gritty,
Not gritty.
not
Probably
gritty,
not gritty.
not gritty. But yeah, so
There should be gritty.
there should be gritty. Some that I'm like, I don't even know who
national
this
treasure.
is. Yeah, like Aladdin and Jasmine and all things like that.
don't
like
know Aladdin and
Genie. I know.
Jasmine?
Well, I know Aladdin and Jasmine.
There's something I don't know, like Aladdin. Who's
There
this
was
guy?
no, there was
Who's
some
this
like
guy?
there's some blonde guy that I got. I have no idea who he is. I never heard of his name before. But anyway,
Aladdin, the blonde guy.
Aladdin, the blind guy. No, it's not Aladdin. Now you're gonna make me look it up, and I will tell you what his name is, and you tell me if you know him. You'll be like, "Oh yeah, he's from," and I'm like, "Whatever."
A blonde guy.
A blonde guy, yeah. So, so the gameplay is the same as is just like Candy Crush, in that you gotta
Match
get
the
3 in a
things.
row. Match
Are they
3 in a-
emojis that you
They're
have to match?
emojis.
Okay.
You just got to move them around to match the emojis and stuff.
Is there a
like
bunch
that.
of ads and stuff?
There aren't ads. So you can spin a wheel. You spin a wheel for a prize, and then if you want a better prize, there's an ad that you have to watch for that.
See, my problem is like mobile games used to be pretty cool until ads and microtransactions.
Yes.
And like I
Yeah.
literally, there's maybe 1 or 2 mobile games in the last 10 years that I thought, wow, this is a legitimately good game.
Right.
And they're usually like $5 or $6 games.
Yes. Yes.
But I like have this survey thing on my. If you have an Android phone, download Google Opinion survey rewards.
Okay.
You do surveys every now and then. They give you like 20 cents, 40 cents, 80 cents, and I've got like $25 on my Google account that I
Nice.
just buy big apps like that.
Okay.
But mobile apps and mobile games are so bad anymore because like again, I was telling you
Yeah.
about the load screen thing with Squadrons. An ad is a load screen. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
No
the thing.
patience.
That's the thing that like is very frustrating with mobile games is, and I understand like it's time based. Like you play with the emoji blitz. Like you do a game and you have 5 hearts, you have 5 lives. So you can play 5 games in a row before you run out of time.
Right.
And then when you run out of time, you can pay for more hearts if you want to, or you
That's how
have to
they get
wait. Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is Calhoun. Tap and hold to splatter cyborgs and clear emojis. You you ready rookie. Oh, it's the girl from
Oh, Wreck-It
Wreck It
Ralph.
Ralph.
Oh yeah, I would
Okay.
not have gotten that.
Yeah,
Not
because
a
it
chance
doesn't
I would have
it
gotten
doesn't even
that.
look like a girl. Now that I understand what
And
you're
I've
doing.
seen Wreck-It Ralph, but I would not have remembered this character.
Yeah, and this emoji does not look like her. Like in it, her face is like prettier, and then she's like really buff and everything like that. This just looks like some emo boy.
Okay,
That's what it looks like. So
that's
that's
fair.
why I was very confused.
All right,
Okay. So
it's
anyway,
not Aladdin.
it's not
Not
Aladdin. No.
Aladdin.
But there's gold emojis. There's 243 gold emojis.
Oh.
There's 38 silver emojis. There's 41 story emojis. There's 76 rainbow emojis. There's 44 villain emojis. And 1 crystal emoji so far that I can get. So there's probably 300 plus different emojis.
And what are the
And
different levels rank? Like, are
I
there
have
like
no idea.
Ewoks and Jawas and
Yeah,
Leias
and
and
Leia's and
Baby
Yoda's.
Yodas
Yeah.
and yeah.
So I did get the C3PO one in a prize
Okay.
pack yesterday or
What
today or
what level
whatever.
was that?
He was a gold.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good one.
that's a good one. Yes, that's a good one. So it's fun. And then the neat thing that I discovered from it was the one thing that I don't understand. There's like a blitz mode. I still don't understand how that works.
Well, there's Bejeweled Blitz.
Yeah,
Is it like that?
I think it's like that. Like
Because
when
Bejeweled is basically Candy Crush, right?
yeah, yeah. So I think like when
It's
it
probably like a timed mode where you have to do it quickly.
yeah, and with Candy Crush, you have like set number of moves until you run out.
Right.
This is time based, so you have
Okay.
30 seconds.
Gotcha.
So instead of like trying to plan out your moves, like I'm going to swipe this
You're
one,
just going.
you just got to go get as
Yeah.
many as you can in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a lot more stressful game than Candy Crush because you're like, I got to get it done quick. I got to,
As opposed to looking around and going,
Yeah.
ooh, if I do this,
Oh,
then I
yeah.
can do that.
Then
and
this
that'll
will
lead
drop
to,
down. Yeah.
yeah, a little less decision making, a little more anxiety
A little more
inducing.
anxiety inducing. Yeah.
I don't
So
need any more anxiety in my life, Rob.
I understand. I understand.
I've
Believe
got
me.
plenty already.
I think once the Star Wars patch is over, I don't know how much I'm going to play
Yeah.
after
Yeah, I
that.
get that.
But I want to see how many different Star Wars things I
And
can
do
get.
you, I mean, you sent me one of those emojis. Are they then yours to use? You probably have
Yeah.
to go into the app and copy them from there,
No,
right?
so like I was getting these rewards and it said this can be used in keyboard mode. And I was like, what does that mean keyboard mode? And I go, oh, wait a minute. So then that's when I sent you a text and I clicked on the keyboard mode and where you have, the images and stuff
yeah.
where, whatever. There's a thing now that says Disney Emoji Blitz.
Oh, and so you can use
And I
those
can click
specific
on that
ones.
and I can find
All right. At least you
so
don't have to like open up the app and stuff.
yeah, and then try and like because I think originally that's how it was. You had to like open the app, click on the one, and then
yeah.
copy and paste
Copy and
it.
paste it.
Yeah, it was
no,
really
no one wants to do that much
Oh.
effort just to send someone a
just
thing
a
of BB-8.
picture of BB-8 exactly. So yeah, so out of like floating C3PO heads, out of 5 floating C3PO heads, I might give it like a 3.
A 3 out of 5
A 3 out of
floating
5.
through
Yeah.
C3PO heads.
Yeah.
So that would put it roughly at a Leia or Chewbacca. No, probably Chewbacca.
more even
Yeah,
like a
maybe
low
even
Chewbacca, like a
or like
Wookiee.
a high
Or Wookiee, a high Ewok.
Ewok.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, somewhere in there.
We all know Rob's feelings on the dastardly Ewoks.
I love the Ewoks, and I know your feelings on how you don't like them.
Oh, they're just fine.
Okay.
They're just fine.
Disney's Magic Kingdom Play Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back mega event
Okay.
from April 25th through April 27th.
Didn't that happen already?
Yeah, that's over.
Okay.
Yeah,
so if you went to that, congratulations.
Congratulations, you got it before or whatever. Disney Zoom.
Zoom.
Star Wars Zooms come to the select bow. Download now at the App Store. Okay. And there's also Star Wars Galaxies of Heroes. Did you play this?
I have played Galaxy of Heroes. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's one of those things that it's like you were talking about. There's transactions you can do. You don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like It's just kind of a Star Wars game. It's
Okay.
like you could literally do this with anything,
Okay.
but we did it with Star Wars characters.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
like
they threw the Star Wars
yeah.
characters on top
So it's
of it.
fine. It like I played it for a minute and it was fun for a minute, but like I never stuck with it.
Okay. Star Wars
There's also Mini
Knights.
Death Star. I don't know if you've ever played that mobile game. That's a pretty good one.
No.
It's like Tiny Tower. Remember Tiny
Oh yeah.
Tower?
Oh yeah, I did play that.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like that, but with a Death Star, which is
Yeah.
pretty rad.
Yeah, I did play the Death Star, and I think I got like all the different things that you could get.
Yeah,
And
they
then
kind of stopped. It was like, oh, this is a fun
yeah,
idea, and then they never did much
yeah,
with
and the
it.
same thing with Tiny Tower. Like I maxed out on Tiny Tower. I was like, okay,
There's
now
nothing
what?
left,
There's
yeah.
nothing left. I'm like, this
But
was
you're not that
fun.
way with The Simpsons?
No, because the Simpsons keep giving
Or you
you
get more
a
content?
new content.
Okay.
Yeah, they keep adding more stuff. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the Sith Lords.
Doug, we have an infographic of the rating system somewhere.
we
We
do.
do. I
We
forget
do.
where, but it's on something.
It was on something somewhere
Yeah.
at one point in time. Yeah.
Maybe on our Instagram. Might be one of our first posts actually
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Uh,
Anyway,
uh,
the Sith Lords. What is
the
this?
Sith Lords
Video game?
Knights, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the Sith
Oh,
Lords.
so that must be
Old
like
Republic 2.
oh, so yeah, Old Republic 2. That's a good game. It's
Okay.
like Knights of the Old Republic, except it's the second one.
Okay.
It's not as good. So they rushed that one into production. Like they were in a huge time crunch. And like there are mods online that finish it.
Okay.
Like they super rush the ending. And it's like
Okay.
you're doing it. It's like this is cool, this is intriguing. And then you're like, oh,
Oh, it's over.
This is done. That's weird.
That is weird.
So I know there are mods on. I have a buddy Dave who like would. There's like a list of mods that you download for this game that make it amazing.
Make it better.
Um,
Sure. So
but
you can
it continues that story.
you can buy it for as low as $4.99, 50% off on mobile. The Sims free play, unlock 3 Star Wars packs, including a Grogu statue, Rebel flight suit costume, and lightsaber wall lights. Okay, this is the last one. Vader Immortal.
Vader Immortal. So that's VR, right?
For PlayStation VR, yep.
Yeah, I've been wanting to play that. It's a VR, like you're basically Darth Vader, and it's like I think they're all kind of little mini like little tiny adventures,
Okay.
like little missions, and it's not like a full game, but it's basically you get to be Darth Vader in VR, which sounds amazing.
That is cool. And that's 50% off. So if you have PlayStation VR, you can get it for 50% off.
So in chat we have Caleb Richardson. Hello, Caleb.
Hello,
Hope you're
Caleb.
doing well. And he's saying that Star Wars Hunters for mobile is supposed to be coming out this month. The Switch version still doesn't have a release date. So I'm looking up Star Wars Hunters. I haven't heard of it. It's a competitive arena combat game by Zynga. So Zynga are the same people who do like Words with Friends and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you can bet there'll probably be some microtransactions.
Yeah. I think all mobile games, because that's the only way they make. They're all free to play, but then
they got to make their money.
They got to make their money. Sure.
It says the game connect players in real time to fight in settings inspired by Star Wars locations. It will be team-based, fast-paced, and visually stunning, according to the official Nintendo website, featuring a diverse set of characters, including Wookiee armor, female dark side user, a bounty hunter, and an Imperial stormtrooper.
Oh, very cool.
All right, so look for that coming out soon. Thanks for telling us, Caleb.
Doug says if you like the picks the wrong dialogue, like if you pick the wrong dialogue options, it puts it into dev mode.
He's talking about
the game you're talking about,
too, right? So he says the mods are great, it's just broken as is. Yeah, so like there's a lot of bugs in this game still.
Yeah, which
so.
I'm sure because then you have like other programmers who are just trying to make it better, and they're just like piecing themselves into the code, so it's not like a true attachment to it.
And Doug is saying that Vader Immortal is a full game over 3 episodes, which is cool. It's kind of like one of those they used to do those Game of Thrones Telltale games where you kind of like furthered the story in episodes, but it wasn't as actiony. So yeah. All right, Doug, you're gonna have to do like a gameplay video of those one day. We'll host it on here.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Okay, now question for you. As I was thinking of this, I was thinking, marathon time. Let's watch all of the movies.
Sure.
So, of course, there's 3 different ways to watch the movies.
Sure, you got Disney Plus.
Well, no, not places to watch the movies. Yeah. There's the chronological order.
I see what you're saying. The approach to it.
Yeah,
right.
how you're going to watch it. Chronological order. So you would watch it, from 77 on, episode 4 on. Or, no, chronological order. Episodes 1, 2. Then they say the Star Wars
order.
Well, the machete order is the one I'm going to get to in the next. So Star Wars episode 1, then 2, then Star Wars the Clone Wars the movie.
Right, kind of. Yeah, sure.
Star Wars the Clone.
I would advise anyone, like there are a lot of bad Star Wars out there. Don't watch Clone Wars the movie.
Yeah, it
It's so
wasn't.
bad.
It was pretty
It's one of
bad.
the only movies I've ever walked out of in the theater.
Oh,
Oh
really?
yeah, and I was in like college then.
Nice. That is impressive
Yeah.
because I wanted to walk out of Beetlejuice, and then
You
it
didn't like
became
Beetlejuice,
in the movie it was awful,
but you liked it later.
and then it became like a cult classic. And then when I watched it the second time, I was like, why did I not like
I was that
this?
way about Napoleon Dynamite. I
Okay,
hated it the first time I watched
okay.
it. And now I watch it, I'm like, this is funny. What's wrong with me?
So Napoleon Dynamite, I was watching my first year teaching in the middle school, or maybe my second year teaching in the middle school. When year did it come out? Maybe I was there for a little bit longer then.
2000, mid 2000s.
Okay, so I was there. Okay, maybe it was a couple years into it. One of the aides had it on DVD, and he brought it in, and
2004.
2004. Okay, so I'm sitting in my room during my prep, and I'm
Watching
like
Napoleon
watching it
Dynamite.
and laughing hysterically. I had my door open, and I remember looking out of my door, the classroom across from me. The kids were like looking at me, like, "Why is he laughing so hard?" So then I had to like stop it because then I was like embarrassed. I was like, "Okay," and then I wound up finishing watching it later on. But I thought Napoleon Dynamite was awesome.
It was a good one. I didn't like Step Brothers too. Was another one I hated when I first saw it. Now
Yeah,
I watch it, I'm like, this is hysterical.
this
What
is
was I
so.
thinking?
My favorite line in that is, "Can we make bunk beds? You're grown men. You can do whatever you want." So, are you saying
Uh, um, I
yes?
think the best part of that movie might be like about 15 to 20 seconds later when it's so bad. It's so bad.
The mom is like, "Does your son know how to use power tools?" No. Does yours? No. Put the power tools away.
Yep.
It's not a power tool. It's my toothbrush.
Yep.
Oh
Oh
my god,
man,
I love that whole scene.
it's a good one.
And then the bed falls on him.
Yep.
This is so awesome. Oh gosh, what a great. We should do a thing on just that. That's awesome.
I mean, we did that Peacemaker episode.
Yeah, so we
Might
got to
as
do
well do
Step
some more
Brothers.
non-Star Wars.
Yeah. Okay, so the Clone Wars movie, then Clone Wars seasons 1 through 7, seasons 1 through 7 through season 7, episode 8, because then later on, then episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, then Clone Wars season 7, episodes 9 through 12, then Solo, then Rebels, Rogue One, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and then
Rebels.
Rebels. Rebels is in there. This
It would
must
be
have
that would be like last, and then
no Rebels. Rebels is before Rogue One.
right. Oh right, that's right.
The other one, Resistance, is after
Right
this.
after the yeah.
Yeah. Mandalorian, episode Force Awakens, Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. And then it says, in release order, you can watch them in release order. But then there's the Machete cut.
Machete.
Machete.
Oh yeah.
What about Machete?
Machete.
That was a good movie. So the Machete cut is chronological order. While easy isn't the way a lot of fans enjoy watching the franchise, the Machete order begins with the original trilogy of film releases to preserve the surprise reveal about Vader. When Luke finds out Vader is his father in Empire Strikes Back, you pause and go back to the prequel trilogy then to watch Anakin Skywalker rise and fall to the dark side as a flashback. And this will be you. Fans like to cut out the Phantom Menace because of the introduction of Jar Jar Binks. You want to cut out the Phantom Menace because you hate young Anakin. Um,
That's fair.
uh, if you're curious about Anakin's early beginnings or why Luke is such a good pilot, it's worth a watch. Plus, it has the great Duel of the Fates fight scene with Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul. That was another question. What is the best lightsaber fight scene? And I said Duel of Fates.
That's fair.
I think.
That's fair.
Well, and then until
The sequel movies had some. I mean, Revenge of the Sith had a great one. I think Obi-Wan Vader. But we get into like episode 9 or episode 8 when we have like the Rey and Kylo versus the Praetorian
oh
Guard, which were pretty rad. I
yeah,
think.
that was a good one as well. And also, what about in Clone Wars, the season 8
Oh yeah, with
with
Ahsoka and
Ahsoka?
Maul.
Yeah, up on
That might be the
the
best. You're
rafters and
right.
everything like that.
That
I
might
think
be the
that
best.
might actually be the best one.
Although
Now.
the Ahsoka and what's the lady from Mandalorian? Their little duel. Where she had the
Oh, that was
staff,
good.
that was pretty
Yeah, that
rad
was good
too.
as well. Yeah. So
A lot
there's
of
a
good
lot
stuff
of
in
good.
there.
It's funny because while episodes 4, 5, and 6 are arguably the 3 best movies ever of the Star Wars franchise, the lightsaber battles were not
Terrible.
really good. They were terrible.
Empire was okay.
Right.
Empire was pretty good. Return of the Jedi was pretty good, but like New Hope
It's
was
yeah, it's still
miserable.
they were still learning
What they can
what
do
they
and
can
how to
do.
use the
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because by the time they got to like Duel of the Fates and stuff, then they were like, okay, let's bring in really good
Acrobats.
acrobats
Yeah,
and
and Ewan McGregor, who
yeah,
apparently is just good at this stuff.
just good at this stuff. Ewan, can you swing a bow staff around? I could try. All right, perfect.
Is it you're in?
You're in. So this order doesn't. Oh, and it says it's worth a watch. Plus, it has a great Duel of the Fates fight scene with Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul. But oh, it says don't include Rogue One and Solo as it solely focuses on the Skywalker saga, and also at the end of Solo, when you see Darth Maul, you're like confused as to who or why
Right.
he's there.
Yep. Because you might not have
You might
seen.
not have
Yeah.
seen anything else.
Yep.
So, um, yes. So that is a fun thing that I found about just like different ways to
So
watch all of the
since
episodes.
you mentioned that, how long do you think it would take you if you sat down right now and didn't stop
Okay.
to watch every bit of canon Star
Oh,
Wars?
so like legitimately, how much is it out? Like how many hours is it total? Do
If
you
you had
know
to
the
guess,
answer?
I do.
Okay. So there's 11 movies and most of them are about 2 hours long. So that's 22 hours. Now, episode two is even like 3 hours long.
That was a long
That
one.
was a long one. So you're talking 22 hours there. Now you're
So we're almost
also
at a day already.
already almost at a day. And then you're talking all the cartoons and Rebels had
4 seasons.
4 seasons
They
and they
weren't
were
super long. They weren't like Clone Wars long,
right. Clone Wars was long. Clone Wars
but
had
they were
like
short episodes. They were
30,
20 minutes or
20 minute
so.
episodes, but they had like 30 episodes of Clone
20 to
Wars.
25, I think,
Okay.
like in the longer seasons.
That already it's too much math for me. So I'm gonna say it would take I'm just going on. I'll say 3 days.
Okay, that's not a bad guess. It really isn't. So, you were pretty close, honestly. So the Clone Wars, the TV show, was 2,926 minutes,
Okay.
22 minutes per episode, and 133 minutes, 133 episodes. Um, and then we had Clone Wars Volume 2, which was 64. And then we had The Bad Batch, which was 446 minutes.
Okay.
Rebels, which was
Oh, I
1,600
forgot about
minutes.
Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have
Rebels was 116 minutes?
Rebels was 1,600 minutes.
1600 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got Rogue One, we've got New Hope, we've got Best Legends. Mandalorian was 663 minutes. So in total, all of canon was 5 days,
5 days.
19 hours and 2 minutes.
Holy moly.
Yeah, 8,342 minutes.
That
So
is
if you wanted to add Legends, that would include an additional 1 day, 1 hour, and 32 minutes.
so what else is in Legends? The
So
other
Legends would be like the
the
holiday special.
Oh, okay.
Legends would be the Clone Wars Volume 1. Like you remember like the
Yes,
original
the
Clone Wars
original
that was
Clone
like
Wars.
hand
Yeah,
drawn.
that was and like the story was bad in that original one as
Yes,
well.
it
I
was not great.
felt they were cheesy.
Like the Droids Adventures, the Star Wars Ewoks, Caravan of Courage and Ewok Adventure, as we
Yes.
know, is a fan favorite.
Fan favorite.
Ewok
I
the
think that
Battle
was
for Endor.
I think that was our lowest listened to
I think you're right.
podcast.
Star Wars Visions,
Okay.
right?
Oh yeah.
That is included in Legends because it's not technically canon.
Okay.
Stuff like that, stuff that doesn't contribute, or else stuff that was old,
Okay.
not included
Right.
in the original thing. So
Very interesting.
a lot of time. Start
A
right
lot of
now. You'll be
5
done
days.
sometime before next week.
There you go. That's a good, reason to take a couple days off of work.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to watch every single straight through.
You might be able to finish before Mother's Day is technically over.
Right. But
So if you really want a great Mother's Day, start now. So
Start
that way
now.
you're finished before midnight.
yes, but at the same time, you won't be sleeping for 5 days.
That's true.
So, boy, that
You're in
would
trouble.
not
You're
make
way
for
behind,
good.
y'all.
Yeah, it would not
You're
make
way
for good
behind
Mother's
on
Day.
this. Get
No.
on it. Anyway, man.
Anyway,
I think we've been doing this for an hour and a half now.
we have been.
We're
We
really
should
going.
talk about games. I got some fun things here. Also,
for it.
You might have heard of this little company called Vera Bradley.
Never once.
No. Okay. So they sponsor of our show. They're actually giving us each one of these bags.
I heard about that. Yeah, they're sending
Uh,
the checks right now.
Yes. So they released today limited edition bags for Star Wars podcast
Only
Day.
16 million made.
Yes, only 16 million made. So there's a limited edition large travel duffel bag,
Okay.
$125.
Are they just little patterns of like floral
There's
TIE
little
fighters
patterns
and stuff?
of floral and then like hand drawn like Star Wars characters and people and stuff
Okay.
on it. The way like all the Vera Bradley bags look. So, but it has like Star Wars people on it. So there's ones, some bags that have like the hand drawn floral with the things mixed
Sure.
into it. Um, then there's another one that has like giant, um, what do they call it? It's like a giant circle with like one image on the inside, but then like a lot of like Vera Bradley drawing type thing, flowers and stuff around it. So this is a gray bag. It has Princess Leia and R2D2 in the middle, where she's like
You mean like a mosaic?
kind of like a mosaic around it.
Right.
So like a circle picture with Leia and R2D2, and then like a mosaic of like flowers and little designs and patterns around it to make a
Okay.
giant circle
I
on the
got you.
bag. Uh that bag is $120.
Sure. Vera
A
Bradley. Why not?
small Vera tote bag.
It's Vera.
It is
It's a
Vera.
Vera.
So for all of
What are you
our
wearing? It's a Vera.
It's a Vera. Sling backpack is $68. It has the same kind of like pattern stuff. So I mean, it's cute. It's neat. Um, obviously, I mean, because I don't carry bags.
Why not?
Uh,
Don't you got to carry stuff?
I do, but none of these bags like
They don't go with
they
your
don't go with
ensemble.
they don't go with my ensemble
I
of
get it.
jeans and t-shirts.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll find one for you.
we'll find one. Yeah, so they're neat, but
Vera
so
Bradley needs to make a Star Wars bag for the everyman.
for the everyman, yes. So it's funny, Sherry. Oh, you know what we actually did? When Trey was born, instead of carrying around a regular diaper bag, we had like a Vera Bradley bag
Okay.
that was like blues and browns. So I could carry it also. Like it wasn't pinks and things like that. Nothing against people who carry around pink bags, but
No, you do you.
Sherry was like, "Hey, would you carry this?" And I'm like, "Sure, why not?" I'm like, "It's a diaper bag. I got a carrier with a kid in one hand. I got a Vera Bradley on my back. I know I'm secure enough that I
You do
can do
you,
all
man.
this. I do me."
That's it.
So, for little baby Luke who's coming for you guys,
Ah, or Leia.
or Leia, or Ray,
Or Ray.
or Ray, or
Ray or
Chewie.
Ray.
Yeah. Ray could be either Ray. There you go.
Ray or Ray.
Baby Ray.
I guess it would be EY or AY maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Depending on which, yeah. So, yeah. So you need to get a,
We do know, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned to you.
oh, you weren't going to find out.
Oh no, we were always going to find out. We
You just weren't
going
going
to
to tell people.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know.
But you know.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't want to pry to try and get the answer. I
People
don't.
have already. Trust me. My
I'm
parents are
sure.
really upset with us, right?
Yeah, I don't look, it's your thing. You find out if you want, you don't find out. It's a baby as long as it has 10 fingers and toes, that's all that matters.
Yeah. What if it has
Um,
11? That's a problem.
that'd be even cooler.
Oh, that's
Maybe
pretty
they're
cool.
web too. It'd be like the next Michael Phelps.
Oh man, we can only
Yes.
hope.
You can only hope.
Got to get that scholarship. man.
That's right.
Certainly not going to get it with music. Let me tell you.
that's for sure. So yeah, so Vera Bradley, all new Star Wars collection. So that's pretty cool. So if you're into Vera Bradley bags, go get yourself a Star Wars bag,
Yeah.
and then you'll be
Styling.
styling. Yeah. Some other Star Wars merch. A lot of like random like shirts from different companies.
Sure.
The Lego Star Wars The Mandalorian keychain light is 10% off.
Good. Thank God.
Which is what you definitely need.
Trying to get that.
A lot of strange, like just different T-shirt companies and things like that. But then this is the one that Lego. If you look behind me, you see I'm a big fan of Lego.
He's got him.
So Lego Star Wars has some sales, not much, but they have a promo where if you spend at least $70 on Lego Star Wars Legos,
That's not hard to do.
it's not hard to
It's
do.
really easy to spend $70 on Star Wars Lego.
You get a free keychain, which is the Beskar block of Beskar.
Okay.
So Lego block of Beskar. It looks just like the giant one with the Imperial logo on the bottom and like the waves through it, whatever.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, what can I get for exactly $70? Where I
So you get your free.
so I get my
little
free thing.
Beskar. Nothing.
Everything is $69.99.
And then
or
or like,
or
yeah.
140
Yep.
and up
You can either spend 160 or 60 or
or 60.
120 or 60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, okay, so it's 69.99, including
That's
tax.
one.
Does it?
See,
Does it?
they got me. I
Yeah,
said 120,
you
but
said
it's actually more like 140. See,
it's
that's what that number does. That's such a
yeah.
mess with me.
See, so it's like at 69.99. Does that count? But it says with any purchase over $70
Before tax, probably.
before
Yeah.
before taxes. So I'm like, okay. But they do have a really neat just released Luke Skywalker's land speeder.
Okay.
It's $199.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. I'm like, I love it. I think it's so cool. I'm not spending $199.
I wouldn't either.
So question for you, and let me see if I can get this in the right order. Um, what is the most expensive Star Wars Lego set?
Well, my guess is it's either the Death Star or the Star Destroyer. Um, Although the Millennium Falcon one is probably pretty damn expensive too. I'm gonna guess the Star Destroyer
Okay,
or the
so
Super Star Destroyer.
sort from highest to lowest. Are you ready? This
Ready?
is what's available right now.
Okay.
So I don't think the Death Star is on here, so it might not
It
be
might not be
available
available
anymore.
right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
So $799.99.
That's got to be Millennium Falcon, right?
Millennium
Yeah,
Falcon,
it makes
the
sense.
monster
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon. Like it
My
takes up a
buddy
whole
Kurt.
table.
My buddy Kurt has that one. He loves it.
It's like, don't get me wrong, it's super cool.
Or Matt.
If
Both of them technically.
if I had $800 to spend on a Lego set, I totally would get it. But then what do you do with it? Like where is it in his house?
You'd need a room for it.
You need a whole room for it. So you need like a
Lego
museum, a
room.
Lego room, yeah. Also $799. Hard to find the giant AT-AT, or as some people call it, the AT-AT.
See, we have an AT-AT, but it's poquito.
Okay.
It just sits on the. It's not a giant one, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
This one.
I used to get Pagan Lego Star Wars for her birthday, but then we got cats,
Okay. And then they
would
started knocking them
and
over.
we're
And
like, well, I
yeah.
can't do that anymore.
So this is 6,785 pieces.
I thought you were going to say dollars. Like, what?
No. It is 25 inches high, 10 inches wide, and 28 inches deep. So it's over 2 feet tall.
Wow, that's
And I
something
think did the one that you
substantial.
got her, did it walk?
On its own. God
Yeah.
no.
No. Okay.
God,
This
no.
one might even walk. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
that's pretty amazing.
Yes, $800.
Yeah,
So
mine
right there,
definitely do that.
Millennium Falcon at 16 or yeah, $1,600 right there just on those two Lego
Oh,
sets.
thank you.
Imperial Star Destroyer, you were close, $699.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely a sought after one for
Yeah.
sure.
And that's also enormous.
Enormous. Yeah, how many pieces in that one?
That one is 4,700
Wow,
pieces.
that's a big
It doesn't say the size on it though.
That's a big one.
Yeah, that's a big one as well. Yeah. And then it's funny, then it goes cheap. Republic Gunship is only $350.
Oh, man, we're talking pennies.
Get two of them.
Talking pennies.
Yeah.
Get one for the missus.
Yeah, the Moss Isley Cantina, which is really cool. I don't know if you saw it. It's huge, also for like
Alright.
a set. It like opens up and everything.
Okay.
$350.
All right. I know Bill's really into Lego and minifigs, so
Yeah, and then the R2D2, which is really neat, is 200, and Luke Skywalker's land speeder, brand new. Oh, now it's out of stock. Earlier today, it was hard to
that
hard to
didn't
get.
take long.
No, that's 199, and then the smaller Millennium Falcon is 150.
Okay.
So it's like everything, even the Razor Crest, like I have over my shoulder, is 120. You must have
Yeah.
got her this at which is 159. That one's
Yeah.
out of stock.
I mean, I got that years ago.
Yeah.
Like probably 10 years ago, I got it for her.
And then like it goes $99, $89. There's a Death Star trash compactor diorama is
Okay.
$90.
Of course it
It's
is.
$90. So
There's at least a $30 to $40 upcharge just for being Star Wars.
oh, 100%.
And there's at least a $20 upcharge for the name Lego.
Yes.
So you're talking at least $60 of that is just the name.
It's just all in the names.
Forget
Yep.
about like shipping
Mhm.
and taxes and fees. Like literally production value 25 cents.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
for these little bricks.
Yeah, markup on. Well, yeah. I mean, they're paying
all of 'em.
They're paying Star Wars $20 for each one just to
Yep.
have it. So
Yep.
yeah, it's crazy. Oh, Audacity has failed to write.
Oh no, you might have to pull this audio.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull it from the YouTube.
Bummer.
That's all right. All right. So that's it for like stuff that you can buy. I'm sure there's plenty more things out there. Real fast before we go, I don't know if you had any fun things to talk
I have
about.
nothing. I came here for the lulls.
You came there. You
I'm just here for the good times, man.
go. So Disney Gallery, I think it came out
Oh
today.
yeah, the Boba Fett one,
Yeah,
right? Because
Star Wars
we
Book
were
of Boba
watching
Fett.
that video of Tamara Morrison
Yeah.
singing the blues.
So that's where it's from. It's from this
The
new
Book of
Disney
Boba
Galleries.
Blues.
Yeah. So check out on Disney Gallery the Star Wars, the Book of Boba Fett. They talk about the backstory of how they're doing it, and the director, I forget what his name is, but he talks a lot about how his vision for it was going and all kinds of stuff like that. So that was pretty neat, seeing the backstory. So I definitely highly recommend you watch that. That's something you should watch tonight.
Yes, right now. As soon as you're
Right now,
done
as soon as
here,
we're done with this,
don't
check
go
it
to
out.
bed.
Nope.
Don't feed the dog.
Nope.
Don't change the litter box.
Nope.
Go sit down and watch the visual gallery.
And then, do we want to watch the Obi-Wan Kenobi new trailer right now?
Now, why don't we save that for next time?
Okay.
That'll give us content.
Yes.
And there's only I honestly skimmed it. There's a couple new scenes, but like I
Okay.
still think we're just getting like flashes of the first episode. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like there's a scene where Obi-Wan is fighting a little bit, but
Okay.
he doesn't have a lightsaber out. He's just kind of like hand to hand fighting some people.
Okay.
And there's a scene of like a most wanted poster with
Okay.
his face on it.
Okay.
So I mean, there's setting up a little new stuff, but nothing too big.
Okay.
So maybe next time. I think.
Maybe next time. Yes.
Either way,
Either way.
you should check it out. You should
Yes.
check us out on the social medias,
Yes.
on the Twitters, on the Facebooks, on the Instagrams.
Yep.
Check out our Facebook group, Sacred Jedi Text. That way you can chat with us.
That's right.
Like come on and go, hey, Rob, bring back the beard. And I will go, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, Rob, bring back the beard.
And then everyone will rejoice.
Yep. And then Doug Black will say it's not just Jar Jar. That movie is a mess.
Yeah, which is a little further back in our conversation, I'm
Yes.
sure. But thank you for joining us, those of you in chat. We love having people in our chat to converse, right? I think there was a sneaky cut in the trailer, says Doug. Yeah, Doug is the one who mentioned to us that there even was a trailer.
Right.
But there's also a lot of other nerd stuff going. We got like the new Multiverse of Madness movie coming out.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go see that tomorrow.
Is that coming out tomorrow?
Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
Gosh, I got to check that out. I mean,
And
we
then
saw
in
Captain
2
Carter's
weeks,
thing, and
2 weeks, the Top Gun remake.
Oh, and you're all about Top Gun. I know that.
Well, that was my thing. I was out 86.
I know. I get it, man.
Yeah.
That was the time.
That was the
I
time.
understand.
Yeah,
I remember it fondly when I was in the uterus.
I was gonna say I thought you were sucking on a pacifier, but
Yeah.
you weren't even.
87.
Yeah.
87
Okay,
is when I
there
was
you go.
here. Yeah. All right, folks. I think that's all we got, man.
That's all we got. So check out Ears Up.
Yeah, check out our
Ears Up
buddies.
in
Ears
Dev
Up. Check out Rob on the Supreme
on
Resort.
the Supreme Resort. Yeah,
right?
even though Jimmy's a turd.
Turd.
Check out Disney. Check out Supreme Resort.
Yeah, and get some
they make
extra
good
sour
tacos.
cream.
Yeah, very good sour cream. They make good stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, happy May the 4th, our highest of holidays here.
Yes.
at
Oh, and
Bantha
that
Milk
reminds me real
headquarters.
fast on our website, banthamilkpodcast.com. We are selling shirts. So we have Bantha Milk Podcast shirts,
Swag.
and
Get
we
your
also
swag.
have WEOK shirts. So
WEOK FM.
So if you
AM? I
wanna-
think we were in AM.
yeah, an AM.
I
So
don't remember.
if you want, Doug says I was not alive in '86.
Me
Thanks,
neither.
Doug. So if you want to relive or you want to show your support to us, the best way to do it is to buy our shirts.
Yeah, shirts are money.
Shirts are our money. That's how we make our
so
money.
buy
is
a
off of our
shirt,
shirt.
and then you get more of this.
Yep.
Lucky you.
Lucky you. You can keep coming back for more and more of this.
What a life we lead, Rob.
Yep. You're just so lucky that you get to do this. Top Gun. Yep. 1986 is when the first Top Gun came out. I
Yeah,
just
man.
wanted to make sure that I
was-
didn't get it wrong.
I was barely a twinkle in my mother's eye.
I was watching it in middle school.
That's okay, buddy.
That is okay.
All right, y'all. It's
All
been
right.
a blast. Thanks for joining us. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
And from us here at Bantha Milk Podcast headquarters,
Headquarters.
we've spoken.
We have spoken.